What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel as we unravel how I made significant gains today. So just get ready to be amazed. I'm just messing. Alright, let's start breaking down these stocks. Okay, today I traded a little bit of David Buster's. I didn't really trade it in the open. It was pretty I should have, because it was amazing. I mean, seriously, look at all that gain. Massive gain, right? Right off the bat. As soon as we opened, it was 1565, ripped up all the way up to 1662, which that would have been a whole dollar, right? Yep, a whole dollar. That's a massive gain right there. That's about almost 6%. 6% significant, depending on what kind of account you have. But either way, a win's a win, right? Much. I think I only made $7 on that one. I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. So, then I moved on to, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, Kodak. Kodak. Did I trade Kodak? Let's see. No, I didn't trade Kodak. No. See, I think I traded Saba. Okay, Saba. I traded a little bit of Saba. I think I traded it right in here in this range right here. I think I took this trade here and I was up a little bit and then it kind of flushed on me, right? And I think I was still in it, kept climbing, and I thought it was gonna break out, but this right here happened so fast, man. It stopped me out right here. I think this is where it stopped me out the first time. I would think I was down like $40 at that time. I should have collected. But I wasn't going. I was just kind of testing it at that time because I was going with a little bit of share size, so I didn't really get aggressive. This is when I added a little bit for another trade, and I ended up taking this trade from 881 somewhere around the area. And I made all my my loss, which is the $40, and I collected somewhere here 914. So that put me at I think positive $10. So I made about $50 on that trade, I think. So I came out green on that one. I was like, okay, all right. And as I was doing that as well, I was trading Apple. My bread and butter here lately. This is just one thing giving me my gains. I noticed that right off the gate is a dump, right? It's been doing that since day one. Not since day one, but like the market has just been doing that constantly. Just as soon as the market opens, dumps. As soon as the market opens, dumps. Every stock dumps. So, with that in mind, right? First candle, try to break above the EMA, failed, got rejected by the VWAP, and I think in this range I was up about $100, and I kept giving it back because I thought it was going to reverse, but it just kept coming down. And at that point I was still at 110, so I was still, open mind. My mind was still open for the long side because we were hadn't broke 108, and like I have talked in my other videos before, if it broke 108. Oh, it was going to be a massive dump. I already knew if it broke 108, it was just going to be a flush to the. So, with that in mind, I think in this area, I kept, making $100, losing $100, making $100, losing $100. And just, it was just not my day, right? This is when things start getting different. I take a short position here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this a little longer because clearly, it's a Friday. Things aren't, as fast. They're not moving as aggressive. They're a little sluggish, right? So, right in here is when I started making my profit. I think I took this trade right here, and no, not there yet. I waited for confirmation. I waited for this candle, at 1019. Yep. And as soon as it tried to break above it, I went short, and I covered somewhere around here. So that was a pretty good gain right there. let's see, that would have been like 0.5%. 0.5% is pretty good on share size I'm buying, you know. So I think that at that point I was up $400. No, $300. I think $300. I think. And as soon as it tried to curl back up, I jumped in again in the short side, and I covered somewhere around here as well, because I started noticing that there was a lot of like wicks back on the bottom, and I just like, okay, and we're getting close to 108. So once it gets to close to 108, I knew that it was like bears were gonna be, you know, eyeing that. Bears, you know, they're gonna be looking at that like hungry dogs, okay? Because they know if this bottom breaks, all hell breaks loose after that. So, and you know, I expected a bounce. I didn't short here. I didn't short here. I shorted right around this area. This is where I started shorting. It tried to climb, rejection, and it started doing like a consolidation. I didn't put a stop loss, a hard stop. I don't really put a hard stop unless it's just like ripping from one extreme to the other. Then I will put a hard stop. But it wasn't doing that today. So what I did, I just had, you know, a regular mental stop loss, and then here in this area is where I started making some more money. I took that trade to the short side, all the way down here. From, I think from, yeah, up there somewhere. I covered somewhere around here, and I think at that point I was up almost $1,000, right? Almost $1,000 right there. I took a break about 30-40 minutes, I think. I didn't really trade this pop here. I really thought it was gonna bounce and just kept, you know, come back to. I wanted, no, actually I wanted. Now I remember. I wanted to see what it did. I knew it was gonna reverse, right? I knew it was gonna reverse to try to test that support. I mean resistance now, 108, because it always does that. It always has to make its confirmation. It has to be. It has to get rejected from a main resistance to confirm the trend. So in here, you'll look at this pattern, right? It looks like head and shoulders pattern, but these main supports or resistance, they take longer to reject them, or it takes longer to break out. And the reason why is that because it's on the 4-hour time, on the 4-hour chart. So this is a major support and a major resistance. So it's obviously, you know, logical. You would think that, you know, common sense will tell you that, well, if it's a 4-hour time of support or resistance, then it's gonna take longer, right? So it could, you know, it could have just stayed there the whole day, but it didn't. Obviously, you know, it tested it. How many times? Maybe once, twice. The third time. See, the third time's always the charm in the stock market. One time tested, fails. Second time tested, failed. Third time, try to hold a support, try to make a support, and guess what? Flush. This is how you trade these right here. You wait for the first try attempt, failed. Second, failed. Third, now this is where bears are paying attention, because now you're not just paying attention to the bears from the 4-hour time frame. You're paying attention from bears from like minutes, from the minute chart, from the 5 minutes, from the 15 minutes. So all of them at once. They're like all attacking at one time. So at this point, this is where you know the confirmation. See, if the first wick on the minute, second one, flush, third one, flush. See how powerful these candles are? That's in 2 minutes. That's a 0.5%. That's quite a bit in you know, on a $100, I mean a 110 stock, you know. That's significant. That's a lot of money. It's millions of shares just getting destroyed basically. And I remember I didn't really trade this. I don't think so. I don't remember exactly, but I know I was somewhere around this time. I was around 1,000 something already. I was already at my goal, and the only reason I came back, I started to trade it right here again. Let's see. I didn't really have much to do. I think, you know, I was just kind of playing around really. at that point. I wasn't with as aggressive as I've been before, right? With like 800 shares. I was only trading with like 200, 300 shares. Every time I'll make a dump here somewhere, I'll buy the dip somewhere around here. I'll collect small profits, small 40, 30, 80, 40, 30, 30, 10 sometimes. Sometimes I lose 20. And it slowly or surely, I climbed up to what I got right now. I basically tripled my daily goal. It's incredible. I mean, that's just crazy. Again, this is not like, I'm not saying that I have never made $1,500 in one day, but at the same time, I'm just not this time recorded, but this one would have took like a little bit longer. But I'm saying is, this time is the first time that I actually uploaded to YouTube where I showed my actual gains. So, right now it's basically, if we're watching this, doing a head and shoulders pattern, right? Upside down. So it has to break this neckline in order to be bullish again. This neckline, if you were wanting to take that trade or whatever. I mean, now this setup, if it does form and it breaks through that and makes it a support and then pops up, yeah, you'll have a massive squeeze, because bears are actually expecting this to break down because of the whole overall trend, right? See the whole trend, all stepping down. So that's why bears would automatically start covering shorts right here, because they know that the trend has changed. This was a lower low and it's starting to climb up. And a lot of times, a lot of traders don't understand that, they're like, well, it's already low enough. It can't go any lower. Oh, yes, it can, man. Oh, yes, it can. I'm going to tell you why. Because just as much there's bulls, there's a lot of people there's bears, They're expecting the price to go down. So don't put yourself in a situation where, like, well, it can't go any lower. Oh, it can always go lower. Just picture this. I mean, think about Tesla. Nobody, all the short sellers were like, oh my God, it's $2,500 or $2,000. No, let's start from the beginning. I think at one point it was like $200. All these bears, all Tesla sucks. Tesla's this and that. Tesla, nonsense, man. That shit ripped right straight to the moon. Okay, and anybody that was short, I'm telling you, they had millions, billions, if not billions of losses. I'm sure there's billions of people. I mean, if you're stupid enough to short Tesla all the way, and keep holding it, shorting it, I feel really, no, I really don't feel sorry for you, because, I mean, Elon Musk is a freaking genius. So I wouldn't want to be betting against him, I mean, just seriously, that would be a stupid move. But anyways, now that I'm using that as an example of psychology. It's a psychological thing. So don't let that be stuck in your mind where you think that, oh, well, it can't keep going down. Oh, yes, it can. It could keep down. It could keep going down to zero if it wanted to. But that's not, obviously, an Apple is not a company that might go to zero tomorrow. But I'm saying, be open to the idea that it could keep climbing down. I mean, it could keep stepping down. It could keep doing that the whole time. It could just keep on doing it. It doesn't have to stop. So, and it's always better. If you really like the company or whatever, just wait until it bottoms out, jump in, How do you know where's a good bottom? I'll give you an example here on Apple. Right now, what is it doing? What does it look like right now, right? Doesn't really look like much. Just looks like a freaking skyscraper, right? So, let's start drawing some lines here. We'll draw some lines there. See, there's a major support right there. See that major support that I just drew right there? Somewhere around 105. Now that's where I'll be looking. That's where all the smart money is going to be looking at. This main support. This is a nice little support. Every time it touches that line all the way to the past, guess what? It just keeps climbing. So smart money is going to be waiting for that support, because patience pays out. Not automatically they just jump in. No, they don't. But it is a time where I would consider taking a small position, because I know these main supports, as soon as they touch, they just rip up, because all the bears that were up here, they already got their share of the pie, They already got their share of the pie. That's a 30% move, man. Hold on, 30%, 25% move. So if you're a bear, you're 25%. I mean, dude, that's massive game. So why would you not just collect? That's the smart way to do it. I mean, if you get greedy, yeah, you can, you'll lose it all back again. But I'm just saying, if you want to be successful, be patient. Don't follow, random ass people that tell you to buy here and buy. I'm not telling you to buy nowhere. All I'm saying is this is where I find value. 104, 105, somewhere around there. Depends on what the day is. As long as it touches this support for me, that's when I start considering taking a position. A small position, not saying going all out, because anything can reverse on you. But again, you got to get stocks where the value is there. And if it's not there, then I'm not gonna take it. I'm just going with the trend, shorting, and I'm gonna keep making money. So just don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and we'll be here collecting some money from the stock market ATM. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. But yeah. So if you guys want to learn anything about the stock market, feel free to ask any questions. I answer all my questions. All right. I'll see you guys.